everyone, so here we are working on our final semester assignment in the form of a video. So first let me introduce myself. My full name is Tiara Nisa Sanaya Marpao, but you can call me Icha. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Medan. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a huge fan of snacking. I could snack all day long. I also really love the color of pink, but here's the thing. I don't actually wear pink clothes. I just love the color. Maybe it's because it feels so soft and warm, but I prefer other colors for my outfit. I'm a bit picky when it comes to food. I know it might sound strange, but I'm kind of careful about what I eat. For example, I love dessert, especially cakes and cookies, but I'm not the biggest fan of spicy food. My favorite song right now is Sweet by Lana Del Rey. It's so calm and nostalgic, and I'm also really into jewelry. I feel like accessories can make any outfit look better. When I think about my future career, I dream of working in the front office department of a hotel. I love meeting new people and talking to guests. I believe that great service is all about making people feel comfortable and welcome. I want to be that person who makes their experience memorable and ensures they are satisfied with their stay.
Hi everyone, my name is Sasi Kirana Evagania and you can call me Sasi. I am 18 years old and I'm from Malang. Let me share a little about myself as well. My favorite color is blue and pink. One of my biggest passion is traveling. I love exploring new places, meeting new people and experience different cultures. I think traveling opens your mind to so many possibilities. I also love listening to music. It's something I do every day. Music has a way of making me feel relaxed and happy. Right now, my favorite song is Lover by Taylor Swift. It's so romantic and positive, and I think the lyrics are really beautiful. There's something else about me. I'm actually afraid of heights, so no skydiving for me anytime soon. But I'm not afraid of trying my things in other areas. As for my future career, I also want to work in front office department of a hotel. I feel like this department is a great fit for my personality. I am a very social person and I really enjoy meeting and interacting with new people. I think communication is key in this field and I feel confident that I can provide guests with the best experience. I want to help guests feel at home no matter where they're from.
So Sasi, since we both want to work in the front office department, what do you think are the most important skills we need to develop for that role?
Good question, Isha. I think the most important skills are communication and problem solving. As a front office staff member, we're the first point of contact for guests, so we need to make a great first impression. Being able to communicate clearly and effectively is essential. Also, we need to be calm and quick thinking when handling situations like guest complaints or unexpected challenge. What about you? What do you think?
I totally agree. Communication is the key. I also think we need to be patient and have a positive attitude no matter what's going on around us. Sometimes guests might be stressed or upset, and it's our job to stay calm and solve their problems in the best way possible. I also think organizational skills are important because we'll be juggling multiple tasks at once, like answering phone calls, checking in guests, and responding to requests.
Right, and I think attention to detail is really important too. We have to make sure that everything is in order, from guest information to room assignment. A small mistake could lead to a big issue, so being detail-oriented is crucial.
Exactly, and I think it's also about being a good listener. Sometimes guests just need someone to listen their concerns. By listening carefully, we can better understand what they need and find the best way to help them.
That's true. You know, I've always admired how front office staff can make a guest feel so welcome and valued from the moment they walk. Isn't like setting the tone for their entire stay.
So I've been craving for some noodles lately between mie ayam and mie pansit. And which one do you prefer?
Both are great. Mie ayam is usually served with chicken fried. It's got nice savory soy sauce flavor with a light broth, while mie pangsit tends to be a bit spicier and more flavor with beef or mixed meats.
Yeah, exactly. Mie ayam is usually drier with just a bit broth and topping of a crispy shallots, but mie pansit has more soupy base with richer, deepest flavors.
That's true. I also think the noodles are a little different. Mie ayam use soft egg noodles, while mie pangsit often has a firmer, chewer noodle texture.
So it sum it up, mie ayam is lighter, more simple with chicken, and mie pansit is heartier with beef, spicier, and more filling. The similarities are both are noodles dishes, commonly found in Indonesian cuisines. Both are served with meat, chicken for mie ayam and beef or mixed meats for mie pansit. And the last both may be topped with crispy shallots for extra flavor and texture.
And the difference is mie ayam is usually served dry or with a light broth, while mie pangsit is more a soupy dish. Second, mie ayam has a middle flavor, with mie pangsit tends to be spicier and rich in taste. And last, the noodles in mie ayam are softer, while in mie pangsit, noodles are firmer and chewier.
Hey, have you heard about the Raja Brawijaya orientation for new students? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, if just complicated it, honestly, I think it's a good introduction to university life. The activities are designed to help us get to know the campus, the faculties, and meet other students. I found it a bit intense at first, but overall it was fun and informative. How about you?
I agree with you. It definitely felt a little overwhelming at first, especially with all the ice-breaking activities and the rules we had to follow. But I think it was a great way to build camaraderie with others freshmen. The team buildings games helped me connect to new people that otherwise I wouldn't have met.
Exactly, and I think one of the best part of the Raja Brawijaya orientation is how they incorporate the history and culture of Brawijaya University. I really like the historical games and the stories about the university's traditions. It made me feel like I was part of something bigger.
That's true. The history part was really interesting, but honestly, there were some moments that felt a bit unnecessary. I know the upperclassmen probably meant well, but some of the activities felt a bit too rigid or overly competitive. I guess it meant to test our teamwork, but I think I could be a little more relaxed.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Sometimes it did feel like there was a lot of pressure to keep up with everything, but in the end, I think it's all about learning how to handle pressure and adapting to university life. I do think the spirit of unity that they try to instill is important.
True, and I have to admit there were also some really fun moments like the campus tours and the performance from senior students. It was nice to see the creative side of the older students.
Definitely, it made me feel more connected to university. I think aspect Raja Brawijaya has its pros and cons, but overall it helped me just adjust to university life and made me feel more comfortable here.
Yeah, I agree. I think the experience might be a little tough, but it's definitely worth it for personal growth and making new friends. I feel like I have a better sense of belonging at the university now.
Exactly, it's all about finding the right balance. At first, it might seem overwhelming, but once you get used to, you see the value in it.
So that's all for our video. Sorry if there were any mistakes in our words. Thank you so much and thank you for watching, guys.
See you!